Hello everyone, welcome to General Hospital Daily Channel. Please hit the subscribe button and give this episode a thumbs up. Jordan might be pregnant, and Curtis is already behind bars. Oh, darlings, if you thought Curtis's situation could not get any more heartbreaking, if you thought the universe had already handed him every painful consequence it had available, General Hospital is about to remind you that in Port Charles, the complications never arrive one at a time. Because the last intimate goodbye between Curtis and Jordan before he walked into Pentonville may have left behind something neither of them planned for. Something that would be wonderful under any other circumstances. Something that, in these specific circumstances, is going to break both of their hearts in an entirely new way. Jordan might be pregnant. Let us sit with that for a moment. Because Curtis is facing a minimum of 2 years before parole can even be considered. 2 years of watching his world move forward through prison glass. 2 years of missing milestones with Desmond that he cannot get back. And now the possibility, not yet confirmed but sitting right there on the horizon, that a child conceived in the most bittersweet of circumstances, in a goodbye that was supposed to be temporary, is going to arrive in a world where its father is not free to be present for any of it. This is not Jordan's first scare in this direction. The thought of a pregnancy crossed her mind not long ago, and the emotional weight of it stayed with her even when it turned out not to be true. But now the circumstances have actually created the conditions for it to happen. And the timing, as Port Charles timing always is, could not be more precisely designed to maximize the emotional cost. Jordan's medical situation makes this genuinely complicated on a physical level. 1 kidney, a transplant, obtained under circumstances that were ethically murky at best. An age that puts her firmly in the category where any pregnancy carries heightened risk. A body that has already been through significant medical stress in the past year. A high-risk pregnancy under normal circumstances is hard enough. A high-risk pregnancy navigated alone, while a partner sits in a prison cell, while another man is already deeply present in the household where the existing child lives. That is something else entirely. And Isaiah, the man who told Curtis he would be a better father to that baby, who has been present for Desmond while Curtis has been absent, who will, if this pregnancy happens, be right there for another child's earliest moments in exactly the way Curtis cannot be. That particular cruelty, being outpaced in fatherhood by the man whose injury put you behind bars, is the kind of thing that either destroys a person or teaches them the deepest possible lesson about what actually matters. Curtis is going to have to reckon with the bitterness that got him here, with a rage that was understandable and human, and also completely catastrophic in its consequences. And he is going to have to do that reckoning from inside a cell, while Jordan navigates a pregnancy that could be dangerous, while Isaiah exists as the present man in a world where Curtis is the absent one. If Jordan confirms this pregnancy, the conversation between them through prison glass is going to be one of the most emotionally devastating scenes this show produces this fall. Anna breaks down in front of Carly, and Jocelyn gets a new cover story. Now, darlings, let us talk about the moment that Carly has been dreading in some form since the day she found out Jocelyn had joined the WSB. The moment when the abstract fear became a concrete, undeniable, sitting right across the table reality. Because Anna broke down, right there, in front of Carly and Jason and Valentine. And what Carly saw in that moment was not just her old friend struggling. It was a preview of her daughter's future, if things go wrong. Anna has always been the gold standard. The woman who comes through. The one who, no matter what the WSB threw at her, maintained her composure, kept her wits, stayed operational. She has been through captivity before. She has been through betrayal before. She has survived things that would have shattered most people. And all of that made her seem somehow invulnerable, like the cost of this work could be managed by someone capable enough. And then she sat at that table. And something cracked open. The visions of Peter that she has been managing in private for months, the mission he keeps whispering about, the fractures in her reality that she has been papering over with performance. All of it surfaced in front of people who love her. The pillar held for decades finally showed what it was carrying. Carly watched every second of it. And in the particular way that mothers map their children onto whatever fear is directly in front of them, she immediately saw Jocelyn. She saw where this road leads. She saw what happens when you spend years absorbing the things this organization does to people, and what those things eventually cost. When she told Jason what she was feeling, he did not dismiss it. He did not tell her she was overreacting. He did not offer the reassurance she was looking for. Because Jason knows too. He has seen the cost of this world written on people he cares about. And whatever he said in response to Carly in that moment, it was honest enough to leave her more frightened rather than less. And here is where the timing becomes almost unbearably painful. At exactly this moment, as Carly is processing the worst possible picture of what her daughter's career could ultimately cost her, Jocelyn is being handed her new assignment. She is going to take over Jasper Jack's Enterprises. She is going to present herself as the CEO of her father's company. Everyone in her life, including her mother, is going to believe she has left the WSB to pursue this opportunity. It is a cover story. A brilliant one, actually. Because nothing would convince Carly more completely that Jocelyn is stepping back from danger than watching her walk into a legitimate business role. The relief Carly would feel, the thought that the thing she has been terrified of is no longer happening, would be immediate and genuine and completely false. Carly will be lulled, at least for a while. And when she eventually discovers that the relief was an illusion, when she realizes that Jocelyn never left, that the WSB cover was more sophisticated than anything she thought to look for, the betrayal is going to land on top of the fear in a way that is going to test this mother-daughter relationship in its deepest place. What these stories mean for Port Charles, and the women carrying impossible weights. And now, darlings, let us close by looking at what binds these two storylines together, because on the surface they seem completely separate. A possible pregnancy. A daughter's dangerous secret. A mother's fear. But underneath all of it is the same thing. Women in Port Charles carrying burdens they did not choose, navigating futures they did not fully plan for, with the people they need most either absent or unaware of the true scope of what they are managing. Jordan is going to navigate a high-risk pregnancy, while Curtis is in prison. She is going to do it with Isaiah nearby, helpful in some ways, complicated in every other way. She is going to have to figure out how to tell Curtis through prison channels that his world is expanding again in the most bittersweet possible way. And she is going to have to be strong enough for a child who did not ask to arrive in these specific circumstances at this specific time. Carly is going to carry the knowledge of what she saw in Anna's breakdown, the visual of what this career can do to the strongest people she knows, while believing, at least temporarily, that Jocelyn has stepped away from it. That relief is going to be real for her. And the eventual discovery that it was manufactured will feel like a loss of something she thought she had been given. And Jocelyn, running a cover story, investigating her father's company, carrying the truth of her continued WSB service in silence while the people she loves believe something else, is going to be adding one more layer to the deception she has been managing since the moment Z made keeping her appointment a condition of bringing Jason and Valentine home. The women of Port Charles this summer have been extraordinary, carrying impossible things, making choices under impossible pressure, protecting the people they love in ways those people cannot fully see or appreciate. And the cost of all that invisible carrying, for Jordan, for Carly, for Jocelyn, is going to surface in the fall in ways that force each of them to finally put down what they have been holding and let the people around them see the full weight of it. Curtis missing another child's early life. Anna's breakdown as a warning Carly cannot unhear. Jocelyn lying to her mother while running an assignment that may be the most dangerous thing she has ever done. Port Charles is asking its characters to carry so much right now, darlings. And the question that runs underneath all of it is whether the people they are protecting can ever fully understand what it cost. Thank you for watching. For a daily update, don't forget to subscribe the channel and hit the bell icon.